An Electron's Diary. Stargazing in the Bubble Chamber. Dear Diary, I just saw the most stunning phenomena in the bubble chamber cosmos. I was staring out to the vast emptiness, watching gamma packages whip by from my teeny tiny orbit on helium-3. Suddenly, one of the gamma packages flew head-on into a distant helium nucleus. Both a negative electron and a positive electron emerged from the nucleus. They spiraled in enormous loops like this. As their celestial dance came to an end, they collided, vanishing in a flourish. 2 gamma packages emerged from the collision. I can't imagine what that's like, to be transformed into pure energy. I've always wanted to travel at light speed, to leave all my matter behind and become a package of light. I could zoom through the entire bubble chamber in a fraction of a nanosecond. I could explore beyond the boundaries of this bubble chamber. I truly hope I get that experience. Orbit surfing. Dear Diary, today might have been the most exhilarating day of my life. I was zipping along my orbit, particles and light packages passing by. Suddenly, a package of ultraviolet light came barreling into me. The next thing I knew, I was soaring up from my ground state orbit. It was like the upward pull of a roller coaster. The energy of the ultraviolet package pumped through my matter, fueling my excitement. I thought the energy would push me right out of the atom. Alas, it did not. I stopped just short of escape. I had a fantastic journey back down to ground state. I surfed down the energy levels of the atom, releasing light energy I'd absorbed. It was actually more like riding a raft down a river, smooth and effortless. My life is over. Dear Diary, today is a very sad day. I feel the pull of the weaker nuclear forces and know what this means. The force carriers in the nucleus have decided to abduct me. I am going to be converted into a neutron. I just don't understand how the force carriers could do this to me. Who cares if the nucleus is super unstable? Who cares if they need another neutron? Why do they have to take me? Helium-3 has 2 electrons. For all I know, I might be a vanilla neutron for the rest of time. I can't panic like this. I need to think positive. It's really too bad that I'm negatively charged. Can I get out of this? Maybe I can convince the force carriers to reconsider. But how? They've made the decision. I'm a fish caught on a line. The hook drags me to despair right from the inside. Neutron life. Dear Diary, I'm a neutron now. I suppose it serves me right, after getting so upset earlier. I just don't care anymore. I guess that's part of being a vanilla-flavored particle. We've converted into a hydrogen-3 molecule, and the nucleus is stable. I was so nasty when I got here as an electron. Whatever. I suppose I should record my conversion for posterity. The force carriers explained that they needed a low-energy solution to the nuclear instability. All my disappointment turned into fury. I was reeling with indignation, fuming at the particles around me. As I was pulled to the proton, a tiny neutrino burst out of the giant particle. I vented at him, and he ignored me, not that I blame him. Honestly, it's not so bad being a neutron. I've apologized for my behavior. Anyway, I can still see particles passing by in the bubble chamber. I don't get the same kick out of stargazing, but I suppose it's all right. Traveling salesman. Dear Diary, something eventful happened. Our nucleus was visited by a traveling salesman. He was massive compared to all of us, a gargantuan being. He was larger than the nucleus, but the force carriers still brought his merchandise. The salesman introduced himself as SARS-CoV-2 and offered a deal on his novel coronaviropack. The coronaviropack protects the nucleus from particle collisions. Viropack surrounds the nucleus and takes the blow instead. Like a massive bubble, Viropack pops after one use. I wouldn't have bought it, but it's not my decision. The force carriers were all for coronaviropack. SARS-CoV-2 named his price at 4 packets of nuclear energy. The force carriers eagerly accepted. As he glided away, I got a very shrewd aura from the salesman. He seemed to change shape, like he was using the nuclear energy to mutate. Despite being a neutral particle, I hoped I'd never see that guy again.